Coach, if you could give us an overview of your expectations for this season.
With both our men and our women, I do expect that we improve from where we were last year. Both were kind of in the middle of the conference. Men were a little bit higher than that, but have the majority of both teams back. We lost one senior, our number 2 runner, on the women's side, and then we'll have one guy who was our 4th or 5th man most of the year, who because of an injury won't be competing. But other than that, we have the entire team back. Have some freshmen who we think might be able to contribute. So we're looking forward to the season. I don't ever make predictions about how well we're going to do or how we're going to place at conference meet, regional meet, whatever. But I do think we'll be improved. And I also think the way the track season went. The first year in the MIAA, just changing out of the RMAC removes the whole scenario of finishing your year competing in Gunnison or Alamosa or somewhere that's 7,000 feet and having your distance runners walk away to the summer a little discouraged. If anything, we walked away from this year's conference track meet excited and gained confidence. And so hopefully there's a carryover to that to the cross-country season this fall.
Great, thank you. How do you hope to build and improve on last year's finish?
Again, I think the improved confidence is there, and I think people went into the summer excited about what the prospects are for this next year. Leadership-wise, we've got a core group of leaders. I always go back and forth on whether I should have a team captain or not, because over the last couple of years, I just feel like we've developed such a good core group of leadership that is not necessarily to have that one person. Having said that, we're going to have a lot of newcomers this year. About half the women's team will be fresh faces. Roster will be a little bit bigger than in the past, so just a lot of newcomers. And on the men's side, we've always got 4, 5, 6 new guys. And so it's always interesting how those newcomers blend into the team, how well they get it early on, how well they understand what it's really going to take for them to be successful students, for them to be able to function well on a college campus, and do all the little things they need to take care of, while at the same time continuing to be an athlete and improve.
Great, and last question. What are your overall impressions of the MIAA cross country after being in the league for 1 year?
Yeah, the MIAA in both track and cross country was pretty much what we expected it to be. Coming from the RMAC conference from a cross country standpoint, regarded as the best conference in the country, and it is. But a lot of that has to do with just a couple of programs, 2 women's programs and 3 men's programs that are sort of perennial top 5 programs. But after you get past that, at the national level, there is not a lot of difference between the 10th best team in the country and the 40th best team in the country. And I would say in the MIAA, there's more of those schools, us included, who are in that 10th to 40th, 10th to 50th, somewhere in that area. So when you start looking at not just the conference meet, but the regional meet's really what's most important to try to qualify for nationals. It's actually harder to qualify for nationals. The number of spots that are really up for grabs. In the RMAC, we'd always have 2 or 3 spots up for grabs. We could name off 4 or 5 teams going for those spots. There's much more depth in the MIAA, so when you look at those 2 or 3 spots that are up for grabs, there's 10 schools going for it. So even though the top end is a little bit different than what it was in the RMAC, the depth is actually way better. And we saw that, as you move from cross country to track, take that times 3 or 4, because the depth is just amazing in this conference.
Great, thank you so much, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thank you.